Welcome back to Phasmophobia. If you guys could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel does help me put more back into the channel for you. All of that being said, let's see here. I got stuff I can go through and upgrade it. Important thing, gotta thank you guys. We just got up to over 600 subscribers, which is amazing. I think that happened sometime during the weekend. Unfortunately, you might be able to see if I click the correct button. Where's my not prestige? There we go. Yeah, we got silver apocalypse. I recorded it. It was a Diogen. I uploaded it. My standard practice is, not ideal, but I usually delete videos once they're uploaded and complete. And then apparently, according to YouTube, there was a problem with the upload after it told me it was uploaded and completed, and I even watched it once just to make sure it was good, because I still couldn't believe the fact that I got Apocalypse 2 done. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to get good odds to get a Diogen again, let alone this one was super close to the entry door. So we're probably, y'all are just going to have to wait till I go through and do the gold trophy to see any more Apocalypse runs. This solo, anyway. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting coughs. At least the weather's starting to warm up around here. So today we're probably just going to do some standard insanity on something like Tanglewood. Let's first go through and upgrade all of our stuff. I really wish there was a faster way to do this. I'm sure some people, enjoy the sounds and everything, but I don't know, maybe there's... Can I control click? I cannot. Can I shift click? I cannot. Alright, so it doesn't do anything. So nope, you gotta go through one at a time. Wonderful. Alright. There we go, we got everything unlocked now. Woohoo. We'll go ahead and do that, a little bit of that, enable. Oh, how much money do I have left? 7,000. Well, I guess we better start making it back. Let's dial this back to standard insanity. Click our good old Tanglewood. And of course, we did the Apocalypse and then Prestige, so you guys saw the freshly Prestige while I was going through with that awesome team of people in the public lobby. And we hammered out a good 20-something levels, which was awesome. Actually, I think I'm going to go back to the agent one. I think I like the look of that better. So, we're just going to have a nice relaxing round of insanity. See what we can do here. There's still no way, to my knowledge, to turn him off. Let me actually make sure everything's recording properly. Okay, yes it is. I'm going to have PTSD from that one. Constantly going to be... Okay, I'm going to take that off. Constantly going to be wondering if my recording's working proper, which... It actually did work proper. I watched the video after it uploaded just to make sure it was going well, and then it just apparently had an issue on the difficult one. Not the dozens or probably hundreds at this point public lobbies. No, it's the one where it was a difficult challenge that I got extremely lucky on. I'm going to be mad at myself for a while on that. Anyway, repel, EMF, and escape. On insanity, you only get one evidence, no cursed possession, 6 times rewards, limited hiding spaces, no sanity or activity monitor, and you don't get to know where the breaker spawns, but on this map it's either in the garage or in the basement. So, we're going to take our thermal, our EMF, and probably our ultraviolet. I keep forgetting to switch this back to the flashlight. And then we're going to locate our ghost room and start hauling in loads of evidence items. Our first goal is actually going to be locating the breaker and getting that turned on, because on insanity you also start with 75% sanity. Breaker's in the basement, which is a dick move. So our sanity is precious and we need to save it. There we go. Checking our temperatures, climbing. Up here they are dropping. Nope, they're fluctuating. That's what they're doing. Got pretty cold there for a second, so I'm kind of thinking this is like garage. Nope. Let's try living room. Because it's not that cold outside. The ghost room starts getting cold as soon as you enter the location. Try hallway. Apparently also likely not. Darn. Alright, so we're gonna have to look around for a little bit. Then we got the breaker turned on. We're just gonna try to stay in the light as much as possible. Our sanity medication does provide sanity, but usually it's best to save that or not use it at all. Unfortunately, the severe lack of activity is not very helpful. Right now, I'm just waiting to find a room where the temperature drops below 10. I don't think it's going to be the garage. No hiding in the garage. Haven't spotted the bone. If it's in any of these three rooms, it would start going down, but it is going up. Up and away. Usually a room adjacent to the ghost room will be a bit colder than normal. Not going to turn on all the lights because it'll actually start hurting things more than helping. Although this one... Nope, going back up, okay. This door has been touched, doesn't technically mean anything. And temperatures are still going up. That basically just leaves this room. Which is... does at least have a hiding space. Nope, apparently not that room. Alright, well, let's thoroughly check the living room. Ghost room, whichever room it is, should definitely be below 10, almost even below 5, probably. Was that the dining room? Might have been the basement. Well, the dining room's getting cold pretty quick. Nothing's been thrown in here. I do have open mic on, so when the ghost starts hunting, I'm gonna have to be quiet. I'll subject myself to death. Maybe it's a basement ghost. Yeah, we keep bouncing between 10 and 15 right now. The longer breaker is on, the warmer the rest of the house gets. And the longer time goes on, the colder the ghost room gets. Oh, it's in the basement. Yeah, I got cold breath as soon as I got down here, too. Alright, let's check these guys for ultraviolet. Not spotting anything. We'll go ahead and leave that here. Drop that, leave it here as well. We'll turn off some of these lights, that way we don't risk popping the breaker. And now we'll just get the rest of our evidence items. Yeah, usually basements like that are kind of terrible for that reason. Although, if we had had activity basically all throughout the house while we were looking for that, that would have been the sign that it could have been a banshee. Because if the banshee is in a basement, or you're on Point Hope and it's up to 2 floors different from you, then it can still roam to you and do activity. Especially on single player, that'll be a dead giveaway. Alright, let's grab some stuffs. Writing book would be good, spirit box would be good. I don't want to take sanity meds. I'd much rather hunt. I'm only going to get 1 evidence anyway, so we're basically going to have to get a hunt in order to figure out what the ghost is. So let's get this stuff down there. We're probably well within the threshold for most ghosts. That's a good check for ultraviolet. And none. Alright. If we check for ultraviolet again and we end up with it, then that will be 100% banshee, or not banshee, obake. That is what the obake can do, is it sometimes does not leave ultraviolet as an evidence. Spirit box is going to be a bit risky. I should honestly have an instance when I chest that because I'm going to have to leave the lights on, off. Leaving lights off drains my sanity, and draining your sanity allows the ghost to hunt. This is another good hiding spot. Alright, so we still need stuff like dots. I already have my matches, so we'll go ahead and grab our incense. Grab our dots, which is our last evidence item that we need down there. Crucifix would not be a bad idea. Much better than smudging and running away is just preventing it from hunting altogether. You can see the crucifix range is much smaller than that of the book. EMF 2. Touch this, still no ultraviolet. Alright. Quite, oh, Jesus, definitely freezing. Alright, so we just need to verify. Can't be EMF no matter what. We just need to verify ghost orbs are not down here. That way we know for certain it's not going to be a mimic, because a mimic can have 2 evidence on insanity, 3 evidence on nightmare, and 4 evidence on normal. Not spotting any ghost orbs. We'll definitely just make sure to leave this down here and in a good position, so that way we can check from the van later. Maybe go that down anyway. Freezing, not a lot of ghosts I need to really worry about, aside from probably Revenant. Do I need to prevent the crucifix? I do not, so I don't need to be down here is what you're saying. Alright, I'm gonna go grab more incense. I'm gonna look over to ghosts that we have. So the only ghost that has forced freezing temperatures as evidence is a Hantu. The fact that we're only going to get 1 evidence and we have freezing means that if a ghost has another forced evidence, like Metroid has Spirit Box, then we can cross them off the list. We can double check in the van right now to ensure no ghost orbs. We can cross Mimic off the list, which is nice. Which is also nice is the fact that we have this tripod so we can actually turn the cam. But yeah, definitely no ghost orbs down here. So we're good to go on that front. Awesome. So we can cross off Mimic. Leaves the rest of these guys here. Demons, not going to be obvious. Revenant will be obvious due to speed. Hantu will be obvious due to speed as well. The Djinn has a speed up ability with the breaker being on, so I should start, when it starts hunting, I should be in the garage, so when it gets to the top of the staircase, it should have line of sight speed, because the Djinn is basically, let's say, from where I'm at to the threshold right there of the truck. If the ghost is there or further away, actually probably this line here, yeah, that's what we'll go with. If it's there or further away with the breaker turned on and line of sight, then it'll speed up like it's holding shift. So, something to be careful about there. Onryo, we could try to take some firelights down there and see if it hunts. I don't know. I couldn't say for sure if it is or isn't an Onryo. It is quite active, so I could be thinking Oni here. And it did activity with me in the room, so it cannot be a shade. The only things that a shade can do in the room with the player are step in salt. And I think that's it. Now, if your ghost room's here, and you're right here, or you're right here in your ghost room, but the ghost roams outside of the room, then it can do activity right here. So it's not about proximity, it's about the boundary of the room, and whether or not you're in it with the ghost. So, I have one more space open, I just want to take an extra incense. I'm mainly going to be testing for Djinn, Revenant, and Hantu during this first hunt, and then we'll try to see from there if I need to worry about the other ghosts. So, taking, or there's nothing else I could take in that would actually help me identify any of these. So I guess we'll just start taking in firelights in case we have to start testing for Onryo. Honestly, might as well just take it down there right away. And I'm actually going to get this light turned on in here, because this is where I'm going to try to start this hunt from. Touch that again. Definitely no ultraviolet. Don't need to keep checking that. We know this by now. I can also shut this off because it's annoying. One. But Unreal blows the firelight out 3 times. At the 3rd one, it can start a hunt. Also, while there's a lit candle in proximity of the ghost, if there is no crucifix, or even if there is a crucifix in proximity as well, the Unreal will have to blow out the candlelight before it can blow out the cruci. 2. Ghost is absolutely still in here. So if it blows this one out and then within about a second or 2 we get the crucifix to ignite, then we will be certain this is an Unreal almost. It's also preferring to blow out the candle rather than interact with other items. I'm not sure that that's actually scripted, but it does seem to be a preference of the Unreal. That said, it's definitely taking its time on this last blowout. And it is not choosing to ignite the crucifix. That was more than a few seconds for sure. It was probably not an Unreal. Now every time after it blows out a candle, if it's an Unreal, it has the option of hunting immediately. But it still has to blow out a candle first. Although I think in this case the tier 1 crucifix range is about the same size as this candle. So if you start using tier 2 and even tier 3 crucifixes on top of a candle, then you can end up with some false positives or false negatives either way. Because you could have it blow out you could have it ignite the crucifix with the candle still here, and it could, you know, just be outside of the range of the candle. Or it could blow out a candle and then ignite the crucifix, but that's just because any ghost technically can do that. Not a lot of these tests are really set in stone. This ghost is not being very active. Did not choose to hunt there, if it's an Unreal. Still having an exceptional amount of activity. What did we have? Repel and escape. Honestly, this would be good for photos right now. Might as well just go and grab a photo cam. Still need to hunt down this bone as well. Do thankfully have the tier 2 photo cam, so we're not going to be taking a solid 10 minutes just to get the 10 photos. Mild exaggeration, but not entirely inaccurate. Then we'll turn on the light, check a room for the bone, make sure we turn off the light so we don't pop the breaker. Breaker has not turned off this entire time by the ghost, or even by me, so this could very easily be a gen. Under bone. Click, press E on the light switch. I do not know of a gen's hunting threshold. Was apparently a event. That candlelight's about to go out on its own. Still have not had an airball event. Mhm. That is apparently just another event. Alright, I don't have all the photos in the world to waste on that, so we're just going to be up here. We're going to be in the dark to drain our sanity. And we'll keep an eye on the basement light to wait for it to start flashing. That'll be our cue that the ghost is hunting. When that happens, I'm actually going to close this door and retreat further into the garage. That way the ghost won't have line of sight, and I'll lure it with the radio. It won't have line of sight till it comes through this door, and we'll be able to adequately hear the speed difference, because we won't likely hear it speeding up on the staircase. I have an motion sensor right here to help to tell at the start of the hunt if whether or not the ghost is still in the basement or if it's up here. This is also where cursed possession comes in handy, because then you can just force a hunt to happen. A lot of things would be handy, like knowing my sanity now, the hunting sanity thresholds of all the ghosts. Because I feel like our sanity should definitely be below 50%, and we're still not even getting a hunt. Now, it's not scripted that it has to hunt once your sanity gets below 1%, it's just allowed to. It's basically a game of choice, or chance and choice, honestly, where the ghost has to choose to hunt, has to want to. Just because it's allowed to doesn't mean it will. This is a... Ooh. It is not a gin. And that was an actual breaker turnoff, so this could very easily be a Hantu. Hantus are usually more likely to turn off a breaker because then it gets some speed up ability in their given ghost room. We can actually cross Jinn off the list now. Oh, that was the crucifix. I left my photo cam upstairs. Wonderful. And technically now it can hunt if it wants to. I'm going to save my sprint. That is burned, which means we lost our interaction. This time, it's back over to the ghost. So we'll need to be listening for the ghost speed, especially if it ends up being a Revenant. Okay, yeah, so that was a Revenant. Probably one of the scarier ghosts in the game, because although it seems incredibly slow, as soon as it knows where your location is, either by you having a powered electronic open hand, or you're using a radio, or you're even talking in-game, as I suggested before. My microphone is open mic right now, so the ghost can hear me the entire time I'm in the game. You know what, we'll do another hunt so you can hear it. And on top of that, we're also going to try to get some salt in there. Alright, so I still have both of my incenses, which means as soon as I walk in here, technically the ghost can hunt if it wants to. Maybe this would be a good location to do it from. Alright, we got that in there. We'll take in some salt, put it at the top of that doorway, the top of the staircase. Unfortunately, I still only have the tier 1. And, it is for cheating our way through some photos. You could also toss another crucifix downstairs if we wanted to. Just gonna keep doing this until this door locks in my face. Only got 2 more salt things to grab. Probably could have dropped the crucifix, or not crucifix, the incense, and then grab both of these. Maybe I'll do that this next run. Tricky part is that ghost could be roaming up the stairs already and then try to hunt. In which case, I don't have nearly as much time. Okay, so we'll grab a crucifix and we'll grab the last salt. We'll actually have the crucifix in our open hand. Actually, gonna save our sprint here. I know to be careful if it starts hunting right there and it has line of sight of me at the top of the stairs. It'll just be instantly and insanely fast. So like right here it can't do it, but once it gets up here on the same floor it can. So just me talking right here, it'll, hey, I'm trying to talk to you. Okay, apparently there it didn't want to do it, but it can do it. That's the scary part. Oh, so then, oh, it did. Oh, it didn't instance it. So I'll get these 6 photos, and it can hunt within 25 seconds of a previous hunt. It was 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ideally, these last 2 photos will end up being burned up crucifix. I don't know where that crucifix just went. Even me just holding the photo cam in my open hand. You can tell you finally lost it when it starts to slow back down. Alright, so we've instanced it a couple times there now, actually, so we can go back in there, pick up the photo cam. I didn't set my timer, but we do have a minute and a half before it's allowed to hunt again. I'd also just end up taking sanity medication, but where's the fun in that? I'd like to get a ghost photo. We do have all objectives complete. We only need 2 more normal photos, so hopefully at this point we can either get it to burn up that crucifix. I actually need to find out where that crucifix went. It might have teleported back into the van because it literally just vanished out of my hand. Like a second before the ghost hunted too. If I had actually managed to place that down, yeah, it's not even up here anymore. If I had actually managed to place that down, then I would have been fine, but I don't know where it went. It probably dropped out of the map, honestly. Pretty sure this game's not had a full release yet. It's up here somehow. How did it get up here? I do not know. Let's go down here thoroughly and put it down. We will not have the photo cam in our open hand while we wait for it to hunt. Unless it does something, then we'll take a photo of it. And after you take a photo, the photo cam still emits EMF even if it's not in your open hand, so that's why I ended up having to drop it. I completely forgot about that fact. It's probably gotten me killed more than a few times. Alright, incensed again. Set my timer this time. It's in here a fair bit deeper again. Motion sensors would help. You could just have the crucifix in your open hand and run around waiting for the ghost to, or trying to be on top of the ghost, waiting for it to hunt. Keep an eye out for about 25 seconds or so, just in case that smudge did not connect. That is the last of the photos. That smudge didn't connect, by the way. That's what that means. My timer was still well... I mean, not even a demon could have hunt. So the range on your incense significantly matters. Need to pay attention to that. And the duration. I think during the 5 seconds that you, the smudge is burning for is when it's allowed to begin smudging a ghost. Alright, definitely a Revenant, definitely got all objectives, definitely got all photos, got the bone, so this will be a perfect game on Insanity. Definitely no ghost orbs, and it's been a Revenant every hunt, so we should be good to go. Hell yeah. Almost died numerous times, but it highlights the speed differences of the Revenant and the dangers of the photo cams. 3,100 bucks, but some of those are going to be from daily, right? Yeah, daily and one weekly. Earn money from contracts. Ooh, fancy. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Maybe you could tell me something in the comments so I could learn something too. If you could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel does help me put more back into the channel for you. All of that being said, I will see you next time. Thanks again for 600 subscribers. We're going to keep on keeping on. Peace.